Okay, I want to try to review this again. I keep getting too many distractions. My phone keeps filling up with storage. I'm deleting everything. I keep getting bugged by people, so I've literally had to come out here where no one can bug me to do this. So I'm going to be reviewing the movie The House That Jack Built. Um, it came out earlier this year, and at the Cannes Film Festival, I believe in May, and that screening caused a lot of controversy because I think they said about 100 people walked out of the theater in disgust during one of the pivotal scenes in the movie, which I'm guessing was Incident 3. Then it was later released on VOD, I think last week, and I saw it then, but I just got around watching it, or reviewing it now because I needed time to reflect on it. But of course, most people know that the movie was released here in the U.S. uncut for one night in select theaters, which I wasn't able to see. Um, so so that happened, and then when that happened, uh, it caused some problems with the MPAA because I believe ISC was the one screening the movie and they didn't sign the right papers. So that's why we did not get the uncut version on VOD yet. So I know it comes out next year on Blu-ray and DVD and uncut in the US. So the only version I've seen right now so far is the cut version. So I don't know the difference between both versions. And I'm sorry about the noise, but this is the only place I could get quiet at. So the plot of the movie is about a man named Jack, who's played by Matt Dillon. He's an engineer and also an architect. He is also a serial killer, and throughout the movie, you hear him talking to an unknown character named Verge about the 5 murders that shaped him as a serial killer, and while he's talking about that, how he relates these murders to pieces of art. This movie is not a straightforward slasher movie. Like I'm just gonna be straight up with you. It's not a straightforward slasher movie, and it's not a straightforward crime thriller. You do see him murder people, and like how it carries out, but there's also like art talk. Like it's basically going into an art class or humanities class and sitting there and getting a lecture about art history and how he compares his murders to famous pieces of art and a lot of that going on. Which I didn't find it that boring because I like stuff like that. I'm kind of a nerdy kind of person, so I found that kind of interesting. Now, I don't have any I don't have much experience with Lars von Trier. I've only seen one of his other movies, which was Antichrist, and I didn't like that movie. But this movie I did enjoy. But I don't know what his masterpiece is, but to me, I really did enjoy this movie. It's not going to be for everybody, because some people might find the content shocking, which I didn't, because I've seen a bunch of extreme movies. I've seen, like freaking Necromantic, Cannibal Holocaust, Sallow, Serbian Film, August Underground, and nothing. And mind you, I've only seen the cut version, so I don't know how much they cut out of it. But nothing in this movie disturbs me. Now, some things might. In Incident 3, yes, it's going to be a little spoiler, but most people know he does kill kids in this movie. And that happens in Incident 3. But it wasn't graphic. I guess what happens afterwards, what he does with one of the children it's nothing sexual or anything. It's something completely different. It's like, think Norman Bates and taxidermy kind of thing. So what happens afterwards, yes, that's kind of disturbing. But it's disturbing. You don't really see much of what happens. It's more implied, and but the tone of it is dark. So yes, I'm gonna give you a warning that it might disturb some people. So you might not want to watch it. Um, Now I'm gonna get into some of the uh. Well, so I did like the cinematography. I figure since it's directed by Lars von Trier, he's known for making art movies, that he would have a good eye for cinematography, which he does well. And I also like the acting in this. Matt Dillon plays the lead Jack. Um, I thought he did a great job. I haven't seen him in much. I seen him as well as when he was younger, like Over the Edge and The Outsiders, and There's Something About Mary. And in this one, he does a really good job. He can be, stoic. He can be funny because there's a lot of dark comedy in this, and I laughed in a few things, especially in Incident 2. Um, and he can be menacing, and he was scary, really creepy in Incident 4. And yeah, so um, Uma Thurman is not in this movie that much. She's in Incident 1, but the performance she does put in, it was really good. Or it was annoying because she's supposed to be playing an annoying character, but she did a decent job she did a good job at it. Um, yeah. Uh, I liked how the reveal of Jack's house, because it actually does like live up to the title. It actually does show, because he is also trying to build a house in the movie, and at the end you find out what his house is and what he built his house out of, and it's pretty interesting. Um, I also like some of the comedic bits in it. Um, it kind of does remind me of like a darker version or artsy version of American Psycho, like how Patrick Bateman goes on like these long, winding monologues about nonsense. That's what kind of like what Jack does, but he does it about art a lot. But there's some funny bits in it, and there was a bunch of it in Incident 2 that made me laugh. I forgot which incident it was. It might have been Incident 2, but he was talking about something else, about this one lady he killed, and like what he does to like the people's bodies and stuff. And yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. um yeah, I liked the movie, but like I said, it's not going to be for everybody. It's an artsy kind of movie, and it has a lot of philosophical stuff, especially at the ending. It pulls from man, if I say it, I might spoil the movie. But it pulls from like a classic literature. Like at the end, like it has the plot of a classic, uh, I guess, what is it called, novel? I guess. I don't want to spoil anything because I know a lot of people haven't seen this movie yet. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. But like I said, it's not going to be for everyone. Um, it's probably some stuff that'll disturb some people. It might annoy some people because it does drag. It's like a 2 hour and 35 minute movie, or a 30 minute movie. I think it was like 2 hours and 36 minutes. I think the uncut version, but it does kind of drag in some parts. But if you like, but it kept me a little bit interested because of like him talking about art and stuff. But that, like, I was trying to say that that might annoy some people because it's not a straightforward, slasher or crime thriller kind of movie. But anyways, that's my review.